In this video, we are going to go over how you would go about increasing the Tunisian knit stitch. So it's going to be pretty simple. What we'll be doing is basically adding on additional stitches on each side at the very ends. So basically, if I come through, loop this up again, I now, instead of just having two, have 3 stitches on my hook. Notice that I went through the gap before the post and then through the post itself. And then if I continue down the row, I am going to do the same on the other end, just to keep it symmetrical. And it's choice. You don't really have to keep it on both sides. You could add a loop just on one, just on the other. Just for the sake of building out, we'll go ahead and do both sides. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is 2 more than the 8 we started with. And we'll complete this back pass. And to emphasize what we have built out, we can go ahead and go through our first post, second, and then all the way down. And we'll come through the side right there. And again, if we check, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can see pretty visibly, so from here where we just had that 1 stitch, we're now going to have 2 coming out. Same on this side where we just had 1, we now have the 2. And we can quickly add 1 more row. So that we can see this pattern a little more clear. Oh my gosh, it's completely jumbled. And again, we'll hop in this last one. So with this on our hook, we can see from here where we just had that end was our 1 row, and now the end has almost kind of been pushed out, and we seem to have a new row. So here would be the first and the second of our new stitches. And where this one is also going to get a little cramped, if we run all the way up our second row before, it's now going to kind of move over, and we'll see that it just expands. And so it's kind of hidden in the pattern. It's not as noticeable on this side, but kind of the same from right here. We have the new row and the old row pushed over. But it is just a way to kind of sneak in those new rows, hide them in. I suggest usually add in an extra row if you're going to be really expanding out and it doesn't go against the pattern you're using. It does help to kind of add a row in between your increases so that you hide in these stitches a little bit better. But we would just simply repeat. So we'd go through the gaps and then through the posts themselves. And we can demonstrate this one more time. Wow, what an inconvenience. All right, so to increase, we're going to go through this gap, pull up, and then we're going to go right there through our first post and pull up. And now instead of 2, we have 3, and that is how we will increase slowly. All right, and same on this end. We're going to increase through the gap and then grab that last end stitch. And so we now have 12, 3, 6, 9, 12 on our hook. And we can start to see it's not going to be as visible on this side usually with this end post because it kind of grows out of these two, and here it's growing out of the very edge. You're not going to see it. But it just slowly but surely kind of increases on either side.